What's up, everyone? Today I'm in a city called Slonim in Belarus. I took a train ride from Minsk. It's about 120 kilometers, so that was about a 3-hour train ride. Population of this city is right around 48,000 people, and the city began in 1036, so it's almost 1,000 years old. I'm meeting up with a tour guide, local tour guide, and he's going to take me around to all the historical sites. So I don't know what he has for me, but let's go find out. Okay, I think this is my Yandex driver. Yes. Привет. Igor? No. Okay. Oh. Okay. Привет. Hotel Shars. Okay. There you go. It's okay.
Спасибо.
Спасибо. Okay, I made it. That Yandex ride was 2.7 rubles, which is about 90 cents. Not bad. But I tipped him, so it was like less than $2 for me. So okay, I haven't reserved it. I just thought I could just go in. I'm at the Shars Hotel, so I thought I can just go in and get a room. So let's just see what happens. Okay, there is a room for me. It cost 48 rubles, so that's right around $15. I actually thought it was about $9, but she corrected me. I can't check in until 12. It's now 9:30, so I gotta. Actually, I'm a little hungry, so I'm gonna go get something to eat. But we'll be back at 12 to check in. Okay, I just left the hotel, and look what I ran into. Statue of Lenin. I think I've been to a few Belarusian cities, and every city that I go to either has a street named after Lenin, or they have a statue, or both. Okay, looking for a cafe. Let's go down. I think this is the center of town. I'm not sure though. Look, we got a tank, army tank right there. Get a closer look at that. Very cool. Probably from World War II. Looks very old. We got some a vendor. She's selling, looks like books. or Kanigi.
Нас снимают, здравствуйте. Вот нас снимает. Скрытая камера.
Very cool. So here's the city of Slonim. Shows you right here.
Ну да, здесь столик, чтобы красиво было, масштабно. Не зря ж день библиотек будем отмечать.
Okay. Nice. Okay, let's look for a cafe. I got over 2 hours to wait for my room. Okay, I think I found a little restaurant. This is called the dining room. And it's open. Opens at 9 o'clock. Let's see what they have. Okay, finally got some food. So this is like a kind of like a hot dog. This is a little mini pizza, and this is a sparkling water. And it came out to 4.70 rubles, which is about $1.50 in US dollars. So I'm going to enjoy it. I'm starving. Okay, if you're curious about what a post office looks like in Belarus, here's a post office right here, Bel Pochta. So this is the main post office in Slonim. And also, if you're curious about who their telecom company is, who services voice and data services for all the homes, here you go, Bell Telecom. So it's kind of like the AT&T of the 1980s in the United States before divestiture. I don't think there's a lot of competition, but this is Bell Telecom. Okay, checked in. My room number is 303. Here we go. We got 308. I don't know what the numbers are going down. Oh, I'm gonna go the other way. 303. Here we go. Moment of truth. I think they're decent rooms, actually. Okay, all right. I think I got a single room. Let's see what we got here. This must be the bathroom. It certainly is. Okay. Yeah, not bad. It's your average bathroom in a hotel. This is probably a 3-star hotel, maybe 2. That's pretty nice. Okay. I've got wardrobe. Got a safe. Put my passport in there. Hang up some of my clothes. I'm only here one night, so I don't have that many clothes. Okay, place to eat. We got a television with cable. There's my single bed. I mean, that's a true single bed. Let's see. It's nice. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to wait for Andrei. He's going to come about 12:30. and then, you know, I'm just going to follow him, and he's going to give us a tour of the city. I hope you enjoy. Okay, I forgot. I want to show you the view. So here's a view from my hotel room. Looks like we got a church right over there being renovated. And I don't know what else. Maybe, oh, that's the shopping mall right next door. And one thing I wanted to show you is the way you open these windows. It's like with an Allen wrench. So I've never seen that before. And of course it's double pane windows, 2 windows. So anyways, that's my room. Okay, we found Andrei. He has arrived at the hotel to pick me up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the camera around, and he's gonna introduce himself. And then after that, he's going to take us off to some historical sites.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Hello, people. So my name is Andrei. I am a local from a province city of Slonim. My city has only 50,000 of residents. This is a district or county capital. Well, I live here for the whole of my life. So I work as a freelance translator, and this explains why I speak English. So normally I find clients on the internet and make a written translation. But for you, I'll tell some things about my Slonim personally on the video. So I am not a great expert in history, but here in Slonim I'll tell you a couple of things you might know. You might be willing to know. Yeah, is that correct English? So Slonim is a nice city, like 750 years old. We are going to see a couple of churches. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to see a couple of churches, some replicas and some originals. We are going to see a place which the name Synkovichi. It's original, not a copy. It's a village near Slonim. It's very picturesque. I always take my guests to this village just to make pictures. Well, in fact, it's a church which is still active, and the worshippers go there. Well, this is must see. Then another place I would like to show you is another place, mass burial of Jews just outside of the Slonim. We have there an interesting situation which deserves attention. Like half of the city, Slonim was a Jewish city in the past, not any longer. The Germans came, just executed all of them, and those who were not executed, they didn't want to come
Similar
back.
to Maladichna.
Yes.
Yes.
They didn't want to come back, and they fled to Israel. So this is why we have a lot of relatives, not me, but people of Slonim have a lot of relatives in Israel, because those are Jews who fled after the war or during the war, whatever. So we also have some Jewish worshippers coming here because they have some holy place here. Some holy man from Jewish religion, culture, is buried in Slonim. Maybe we're gonna see his grave, tomb, maybe, if you are interested. Also, I would like to show you the place where the buried soldiers from the World War I, German soldiers. So we have at least 2 that I know, cemeteries of German soldiers who died in World War I, not 2. So unlike Minsk or unlike some other cities, Slonim has been under attack twice, World War I and World War II. Those of you who don't know, during the World War I, the front line stopped near Baranovichi, and any city west to Baranovichi, Slonim, Brest, Grodno, they were captured by German in a World War I. Don't misunderstand it. So if Minsk has suffered from one World War, the Slonim and some other city was destroyed twice.
Wow.
Was destroyed twice. So we got a cemetery of German soldiers. You'll see it is maintained good, because someone is paying money for maintenance of this. Well, also I'm planning to show you the real villages of Belarus, not those which is like 80 kilometers from Minsk. No, real province where people are running away from. This is 250 kilometers from Minsk, where there is no asphalt, where every second house is abandoned and for sale for $100 US, but nobody wants to buy it. Well, I think it will be memorable for people because this is something that we don't have, that people don't have in the other places. This is why I want to show it to you. Well, let's give a word to Edward.
All right. Okay, Andrei, thank you very much. So I look forward to this tour.
Okay.
So let's get it going.
Yes.
Anything
yes.
you want to say?
Let's get started. Maybe, so where we are now? We are now at the very center of Slonim. The church is very beautiful, but it's a replica. You need to understand, I remember this place when I was a kid. It was a little shop selling beer and vodka for some people. There was simply nothing. This church was destroyed during World War II. There was a couple of stones left only.
Yeah.
So what they did then, they had a lot of pictures of this church, and they restored it in the years of beginning of 90, the end of 90. They started to construct it, and so this is a totally new one. It's operational. If you want, you can go in, but I suggest we just walk further.
Okay. All right. So let's move on here.
So this is a cinema, former cinema, not any longer. I remember when I was a kid and we were entering, there was not a single free place. There were so many people who were willing to watch cinema that as I was coming, there were no free places. But then people got TV at home, people got mobile internet, and they stopped coming to the cinema. So now we don't have any cinema in Slonim so far I know. This is a trade center now. You can pay here a couple of bills and buy a couple of things.
Awesome. Okay, so we have the eternal flame here.
So this is a must-have for every provincial, any city at all, but including provincial city, such as Slonim. You cannot find a city where you don't have such a soldier with such a eternal flame. I have seen a lot of this. There are some names of some soldiers, but there are also very unknown soldiers. In our county, in our district, we have plenty of memorials like this in every village, and what you see that if there are names, because very often the whole families were executed, and you see the same surname, so Mr. Smirnov Anna, Smirnov Igor, Smirnov Sergei, so you see that this was just a family.
Right.
They were suspected of helping to the partisan rebels, and they were executed with the whole families. So in this place you can find some name of some soldiers killed, but also a lot of, like, the grave, 3 names and then 100 unknown soldiers. This is very typical for the place. Also, next to this memorial, we have a memorial to the soldiers died in the Afghan war. We mean Soviet Afghan war, because there are a number of soldiers left, and also our country has, you can see it's very close. Also, if you come to Slonim for some, like a Victory Day, for some Independence Day, they normally have a celebration of the kind. So mayor of the city comes, a lot of people comes. Along the street go sometimes military hardware, some tanks maybe go riding here. So this is a place where they keep a parade celebration. I have seen crowds of people, soldiers holding their guns to celebrate this. So this is a visible place, memorable place of Slonim.
How long has that flame been turned on?
It's called eternal flame.
Yeah.
In the last 30-40 years, I remember time when it was not burning. There were years when it was not burning, or it was switching only over day, or only for special occasions. But now I think the last mayor of the city promised that it's not gonna switch off forever. Like, we have a cheap gas from Russia, and this allows to us to make a decoration like this one. So
Okay, well, thank you. Okay, see, Andrei, so we have the Lenin statue over here.
Yes. Lenin statue is compulsory for every city. So as I say, Lenin is compulsory, it's must have for every city. Some people say that we must fight Lenin. I will answer to those people: fight the living dictators, fight the ones who live now and shit now. Don't fight the Lenin, he is dead for 100 years. You are 100 years late to fight Lenin. So fight. You'll find enemies in our world to fight, but not the statue. It's a history already now. I vote to keep it. whether you like it or not.
Yeah, in the United States, they're canceling all the old statues.
Yes,
But
yes.
not here in Belarus.
Yes, many people say, many foreigners who know the subject, I mean, so foreigners from Russian Federation, from Georgia, from Armenia, this type of foreigners, they come in Belarus and everybody say, so the Belarus is a Soviet Union preservation or reservation. So this is the opinion not of me, this is the opinion of many people who I know. So they say, imagine Soviet Union, add mobile communication, add internet and new cars, and that's you have Belarus. Well, and this city opposing the Lenin statue.
This
yes,
building
that's-
over here.
That's a historical building. Everybody was here. City administration, police. It was constructed 100 years ago, maybe. It has survived the war. It's original. And also German city administration was here. There are pictures of hanging like advertisement. German Ortkommandatur. Ortkommandatur means in German city administration. So they were situated here. So let's walk further. We are in the center of the city. So what you see in the center of the city, you see the church which has survived 2 wars, World War I, World War II, and the gate and this little building is a copy, a replica, because they were destroyed and in the years of 90s they decided they had a lot of pictures of the center of the city and they decided to use these pictures as a guidance and they made a replica of this thing. Before that it was just a bus stop. Let's continue walking.
All right. I see there's still construction going on up there.
Yes. They invest some money. You'll see construction in many places. We are going to see the WWII, and you'll see how many construction workers are there. So they give money, the government or maybe the church pays money to construct these things. Also, let's go and see. It was 10th of July, July 10th.
Okay.
This explains number 107.
Oh, okay. Well, looks like we got some music over here.
Yes, we still continue
I was there this morning.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, what do we do? Let's take a car. Synagogue.
Oh, let's go to the synagogue. Okay, let's do that.
That's a synagogue which was once sold for nothing, like a symbolic price.
Now, are you Jewish?
No, nothing. To
You
do
look
with
like you could be Jewish.
no. My family is from here and from the villages around Slonim.
Okay.
So the Slonim was a Jewish city. My mother tells me like it was 90%. Unbelievable. Maybe it was 30%, but it's a large percentage anyway.
Yeah.
So after all of those Jews were executed, nobody is left to restore the mosque. Not the mosque, synagogue.
Yeah, synagogue.
So this building is standing for 80 years in this condition.
Wow.
And the city administration was trying to find investor, including they were selling it for symbolic price to some investor, which promised to restore it. But up to now, it's for sale. Actually, it's for sale. Of course, under condition that some cultural objects should be there, not a restaurant or something.
So there's no Jewish people that live here at all, or maybe very
a couple
few.
of them. For in all those years, I have seen one lady which looks typically Jewish. The rest, oh no, a couple of people live here from who I know that they are Jewish. Generally, you don't need to present I am ethnic Jewish.
No.
Jew. For what reason? It doesn't give you advantages. So you can see this synagogue is still waiting for an investor, and the city is thinking who is gonna be, because there are of course conditions. Well, let's walk around. You have a better picture, and then go.
Okay, so here's the synagogue. So they've done nothing to it in 80 years. Huh. I would think that someone, I would imagine they want to just redo it, refurbish the synagogue, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Дешево.
It's
Покупай,
cheap. It's for
пожалуйста.
sale. Buy.
It's for sale. No. No. I mean, it's very nice.
Наверное, продали, да?
She asked, is it already sold? Я не знаю. I don't know. Я не знаю.
Потому что продавали задешево.
Да.
Это купила, а потом она решила продать.
She remembers the story with investors who buy for symbolic price and did nothing and returned it back to the city. So now it's for sale already.
Oh yeah. Now, are you? Can you ask her if she's Jewish?
Это человек спрашивает, вы, может, сами еврейской национальности или знаете кого-то?
Нет.
Я сама местная,
Ну, понятно.
белорусская.
Он просто спрашивает, а остались ли тут евреи в Слониме?
Естественно,
Ну,
есть у нас, конечно.
Ну, пару сотен наберется.
Конечно. Пару сотен, да.
A couple of hundreds Jews are there still in the Slonim.
Oh, like 200. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Евреи есть у
понятно.
нас.
Okay. All right.
You damage the building, you're gonna be prosecuted by the law.
So 1642.
1642, yes.
All right.
So you must already know this sign because it's often on our buildings.
It's a heritage, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes,
The building that, the apartment that I own in Minsk is a historical building as well.
yes.
And it has that same plaque on the building.
Yes, a lot of buildings do. Yes, such a flag. But one of the privileges that residents have, if you live not in Minsk, not in a bigger city, that you don't have traffic jams at all. 10 minutes wait and everything is free for you.
Yeah,
You're free to go.
Definitely a lot of traffic in Minsk
Well,
compared to here.
yes. Needless to say that the center of the city consists of many historical buildings. I think this is a survivor. We have pictures of German. Yes, this
That's
is
where I ate, yeah.
Yes, these buildings. Some of them are new. They were, or maybe replicas. We have pictures of German cars, German trucks driving through this very place where we are now, right now. Well, whatever else. We have pictures of Soviet tanks standing here because Soviet army was retreating so fast. They dropped a tank. A tank was standing somewhere here, and there were bullet holes in the middle of the building.
Wow.
Around the tank. The tank was damaged and burned, and it stood for a couple of years because nobody had enough time to take it away. But we have plenty of pictures of this way. Now we are going to see the city administration. So the name of the square, we're gonna have the central square. So the central square of Slonim, you're gonna see. We have the fountains, a couple of them. Maybe we are lucky and they are going to work. Maybe yes, maybe not. We are gonna see. So I don't know if you will be able to see the church left hand from us. You see further? I'm driving slowly on purpose.
Yes, I see
This is original, not a replica. It was standing there
original.
for
Okay.
many years. We can try to find out how old it is. It deserves to make a couple of pictures if you are in Slonim. Wait a minute. Up, you see, on the stop is a flag. Right hand. Okay.
So this is
Where the major is, where this is where you can now register birth and death if someone
okay.
has died. This is where people get married, and this place is made on purpose. It made recently, maybe it dates in 2015. If someone of you visited Slonim many years ago, you will not recognize the place because there was a car parking, a couple of private houses. But in 2015, the city administration has constructed this place especially for celebration in public. If you have a Victory Day, crowds of people come here and they watch salute or fireworks a couple of times per year. So especially the New Year's evening, like Sylvester in English, Victory Day, I have been here a couple of times per year to look at fireworks. I bring children here to look fireworks. And you have also a flag if you're able to go up.
yeah. I see.
Well, it's also a new development, say a couple of years ago. Let's take a couple of looks at this front.
Okay. So these are the fountains.
Yes,
But they're turned
yes,
off right
yes,
now.
because we are getting closer to the winter, and soon enough they will be covered with some plastic coverage in order to prevent them from freezing. So this is where the major of the city, and this is the public, the popular discotheque for our youngsters.
Where's-
Teenagers, yes, the Centre
Oh, here.
Centre Culture. Yes.
That's a discotheque.
Yes, culture center, discotheque, and also they have a lot of space for how you call it, performance.
Okay.
Performance. Some people who come to perform, or maybe some important celebrity comes to talk, maybe some deputy wants to be elected. He invites people to that place. Also, they have a popular discotheque for youths. And that building, little one, is a center for unemployed people. It is also, if you want to be unemployed in Belarus, you will get benefits $20 per month. Come and register yourself.
$20 a month.
$20. This is, and also they look at you like you are their personal enemy. Well,
so if you're out of a job, you go there and you get what we call unemployment in the United States.
Unemployment office.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to know how much they make, you may enter. You see, they have advertisement on the wall hanging. So if you want to be a tank driver, you're gonna have $400 per month. A tank driver, maybe tank mechanica. We have army here. You can sign a contract with the army. You're gonna have $400 per month, guaranteed, and some social benefits as well. Well, but you're gonna have to sign a contract for a couple of years.
So military soldiers make about $400 a month.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have
That's about what I thought.
Yes. And the officers, I am surprised that the officer is supposed to get much more. But if you command, like you have 30 people, 100 people under your command, you make maybe 500, so just 100 more. So it's better to be private, not to be an officer.
What's the average salary in Belarus?
Nobody knows. The government states like it's $700 per month. The government states, but they always like to push to overplay the statistics. I'm able to say what is the lowest salary. The lowest salary in this city, $200, $300 per month. This is the lowest salary. It's plenty. If you want to work for this money, you can be employed tomorrow, even without Russian language. Even if you don't speak Russian, they can hire you and you're gonna get this $200 or $300. Many people work for this money, but it's not the average.
And what would they be doing for $200 a month?
Shop assistant, some kind of helper, construction worker in some places. The teacher in school makes around this amount, maybe a little bit more. But if you are
Teachers make 200.
Cleaner, no. Teachers make 300, maybe 4. But if you are a cleaner, you clean the school, because many people do the cleaning job, and those guys and women make 200. I know it for sure. In our city, they make $200. If you are cleaner in a hospital, cleaner in a kindergarten, in a school, a lot of people make this money. This is not the average. This is the lowest, and you can get this job from tomorrow. So if on the Western countries you have a lot of unemployment, in our country, unemployed people just work for this funny money, so you don't get benefits from the state. If you're unemployed, maybe you have a problem with alcohol, who knows, you drink too much, maybe you're lazy, you're coming too late for a job, you know. I have seen, like, I was in former construction worker, and we constructed a house. Well, the salary was not big, but the other construction workers, sometimes they drank vodka just on the job, and there was a staircase dangerous enough. And at the end of the day, this guy wants to go down, but the staircase has no hands to keep, and you are just afraid. How is this guy going to go down? So apparently, this kind of job will never be paid $1,000 per month. Of course, we're gonna get less. So those people who declare about themselves, I make $200 per month, very often it's a part-time job. You can miss a couple of days for some business day.
They won't fire you.
They will not fire you. You can come too late, go away too early, you have tea during your... This explains why they stay for years on these jobs.
Okay. Okay, our next stop will be a concentration camp. Back, what, in the 1940s?
In 1941. In 1941, as the German army was advancing, too many Soviet soldiers were surrounded, and they gave up. Too many. They say 6 million in total. Some other Germans didn't know what to do with this. So many people, what to do with this? They need food. They need to be somehow under surveillance. So they brought them in the former school, and that is the school you're gonna see. There are pictures where you see crowds of Soviet soldiers in the captivity, and the Germans around them, and they're just sitting or standing inside of this yard. You see yard, you see garden.
Yeah.
The garden was much bigger. That is the school. So in the court, in the court of the school, there was a concentration camp for the Soviet soldiers, and I can show you pictures. I have them on my computer, where crowds of Soviet soldiers sitting there. They didn't get any food. They have eaten leaves from the trees. And the locals say that when they were trying to throw to them food or maybe potatoes across this barrier, the German would simply shoot for trying just to give them food, and that is exactly the point where those pictures made. Maybe that I'll show you the pictures that I have at my computer.
Okay.
They were made from that angle.
I'll include them in the video.
Yes.
So they were shooting the Belarusians that were giving food to the Jewish.
Yes. No, it was not Jewish. It was Soviet prisoners of war.
Oh.
We are talking about Soviet prisoners of war, as I say. Too many soldiers have risen up. That was the summer of 1941 was a catastrophe for Red Army. They were totally unprepared for the war, and too many people gave up. They were without ammunition, without communication, without guidance. So everybody who were defending the west border of the Soviet Union, or not everybody, but too many people gave up, and the Germans didn't know what to do with them. So they brought them here and kept for not the whole war, but a couple of months. It was enough. People were starving there. I don't know, for death, not for death, starving, but they ate leaves from the trees. That, well.
Okay, next up we're going to go to the Jewish ghetto. So we're on our way. Andrei has so much knowledge on this city. Unbelievable. Okay, so this city park was the Jewish ghetto.
The part of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Close the window. All right.
Oh, you got it. Okay. All right.
So now we have also this podium for performances, and every year, many times per year, you have here. As I was a kid, it was an open-air discotheque. I was coming here 15 years, 16 years old to dance, to meet some girls.
Oh.
Now it's renovated. You can bring here children for some playgrounds. And it's also the place where they have to make shashliks, this barbecue. So you can find days and moments where the half of the city is here. For example, some firemen want to keep a day open. They bring fire engines here to show to the children. You can sit inside, make pictures. But why we are here? We are here for the sign. This is a memorial sign of Jews, because this place was a part of the ghetto sometimes. So those survivors and their families, they decided to put a sign here. It's very modest one, but you can read it if you don't believe to us.
When you say ghetto, were there houses that they lived in, or?
There were houses that they were not in the field. That was a part of the city. The Germans decided they found, because there is a river. Now we have this river. Like it was a bad district of the city at the time. So the Germans has chosen the bad district of the city, told all of the Jewish population of the city, go to live in that district. At that time, it was a bad district.
Now, is there a river over there?
River, yes.
Yeah. So they put them right next to a river, so they can have water, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so what is this right here?
You can watch video here for a little money. You can see.
Videos.
Yes, for 5 rubles you're gonna see videos of your choice, and I think it's interactive. You just not sit.
I see. Oh, okay. I'm not into that. I like reality.
Yes.
That's virtual reality. Okay, so let's go check out the
the podium.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We can go just up. Yes. Up. So if you perform like this girl, and she does, I think, you're gonna perform on this.
So this is the stage. This is
Yes,
where the music
yes.
bands.
This is where you dance, and this is where performance
Now,
dance.
are they still doing performances?
A couple of many times per year. The last time was just a couple of weeks ago. Well, a couple of weeks ago. You can also buy ice cream if you want.
Yeah. Now, do they put chairs out here, or they just stand?
No, well, both. I have seen chairs. I have seen them standing.
Awesome.
So,
And then here's the river.
Riva is the name is difficult for you.
What?
Shara.
Shara?
This is the old pictures depicting those people and the old looks of this place before the war.
So this is Shara River,
Shara Riva. Yes.
kind of like Shara Hotel.
Oh, this explains. You see, Hotel Volga, Hotel Shara,
Yeah.
Hotel Volga, Hotel Shara, restaurant. The river, the car with the name Ural. So they have a geographical place such as a river or a mountain. For example, Zhiguli, if you know Zhiguli, there is a mountain Zhiguli, mountain Zhiguli. Then it was difficult to pronounce for foreigners. Zhiguli is difficult to pronounce for English, for Britishmen, and they called it Lada. But in fact, it's Zhiguli, and Zhiguli is a mountain.
Okay. And then so it looks like we have.
Old pictures, like in 1932, there was a boat, more water than now. You see bridges. This is the very place where we are standing at. I think this is not the only one. We have the second one, if you're interested.
Okay.
But the memorial is behind us.
Oh, okay.
So are you interested to see?
Yeah, we could. Let's go. Let's go. Well, Little Oginska.
Little channel of Oginsky. Oginsky is the name.
Yeah.
Little channel of Oginsky. So you see, this is a channel, not the river.
Yeah.
The river was going not straight. So they decided 200, 300 years ago. They decided to make a channel of it going through the city. And what you see is Shara, yes, but it's inside of the channel. It goes freeway later.
So they dug up the canal.
Yes,
So,
to
and-
make it straight, because it was making problem for the inhabitants. And you see the bridge, automotive bridge. We have a picture where the Soviet
auto
tank,
bridge over here.
yes,
Okay.
Soviet tank has fallen somehow from the bridge or inside of the water. We have a historical picture. The Soviet tank is standing inside of the water because the mechanic was not. He was in stress. He drove by the bridge, and the tank stood the whole of the war. The tank stood in the water. If you, I can show you the picture of it.
Okay, so this is the memorial for the ghetto, right here. The borders of the Slonim ghetto passed at this place. In December 1941, the Nazis gathered the Jews of Slonim and nearby townships into the ghetto on the territory close to the Shara River and the Oginsky Canal. During the period of the fascist occupation of Slonim, more than 40,000 civilians of Jewish nationality were killed. Wow. So from 1941 to 1942.
When they were executed, and we are going to the place where it all happened. I mean, of course, mass execution, because Jews were killed everywhere, and not only in the place we are going to, but on a certain day. We're gonna see the date. 30, maybe 30,000, maybe 10,000. We are going to talk about it. Jews, but these are just civilians. So imagine 10,000 people killed on one day. And that happened just 10 kilometers away from here on the outskirts of the city. The victims were led by feet, but we are going to drive by car. It will be faster.
So Andrei, you have an interesting statistic.
So, interesting statistic. I am interested in statistics of my place, and I watch it every year in Slonim County or Slonim District. Die 900 people, and every year there are born 700. So the difference is 200, and the population is shrinking. And maybe you want to know how many people die in the pandemic, this stupid virus that we had in it. I was watching statistics and I have noticed immediately the difference. For example, every year, I'm watching it for years, and every year we have 900 dead, 900 dead, 900 dead for natural causes. For 2 years, in the years of 2020, 2021, we had a death rate 1,200, so 300 per year extra people dead from the natural causes in 2 pandemic years. So Slonim, 50,000 residents, has lost extra 600 in 2 years.
Wow. Okay, so Andrei, where are we going next? Andrei.
So now we are going to the place where Jewish worshippers come. There is a burial cemetery place, old one, where some holy Jewish person was buried, and it was so important for Jewish culture that now, 2024, Jewish people come here from abroad just to pay respect to that place. You want to know what is it for a person? Maybe we're gonna read it on the sign. Maybe not. I'm not Jewish. I don't know. They know better. If you are Jewish, you know the answer.
Looks like the students are all getting out.
They are looking, and they are probably students of the medical college. We have a medical college in the city where you can get a diploma of the nurse. Many people, especially some girls from villages surrounded, after they finish basic school, first 8 or 9 years, they want to get diploma and to go work. And to get diploma, they need to study 2, 3, 4 years, and they are nurses officially with diploma. And the Polish ambassador comes here regularly enough, because these are Polish people, Polish soldiers in war for independence.
They're all buried up there.
Yes, yes.
Polish soldiers.
Polish soldiers, because we have here fighting took place between Poland and Soviet Russia.
Right.
And we are talking about 1919, 1920, 1921.
World War I.
At the end of the World War I has followed the civil war inside of the Russian Empire, and that civil war led to appearance of such a thing as Poland.
Okay. So this is the Jewish cemetery, right, Andrei?
So maybe someone will not believe me that there was a lot of Jews in Slonim, that Slonim was a Jewish city. Maybe someone will criticize me and say, no, that's not true. I will answer to this: where people live, there people die from natural causes, and they need a cemetery, and this was the very place. All this place, beginning from that school down to that school, including those houses, it was covered with Jewish graves from the people who lived for the centuries in Slonim. Well, the Germans came, of course, the place was neglected. Most of the burials were by someone demolished and taken
They're
away.
buried in this field?
All that field, from beginning, from that school, the buildings, those apartments block were built, in fact, on the former territory of this cemetery. Some people say it's a bad idea, but it's done already. Also, well.
Yeah. I think they did that in Maladishna as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and these are plaques.
These are plaques made in 90s. Jewish people came to commemorate their ancestors, and you see there are not much Russian language here.
Yeah, so Yiddish. Yiddish.
Yes, I see.
Yeah.
And to see this holy grave, you're gonna step a couple of steps up. There is something holy for Jewish culture. I don't know what. I'm not Jewish, but if you are a Jew, you probably know the answer. We can take a look at it.
Okay.
So this stadium that we have, you see, the stadium for children of the school, it is also built on the cemetery itself. Now the Jews who want to pay respects to their ancestors, they demand from the city administration more place, like they want this place to be some kind of park or memorial, not the football stadium.
Like a sanctuary.
Yes. But you can't satisfy everybody. So this is the holy place. Don't ask me who is buried here, but apparently someone important.
There's three graves.
Yes. I think before I saw the whole house built over those graves. I think there was a house built over these graves. So they were so important they built a house to cover those graves.
Oh, well, Nick, it looks like there
This
might
is
have
a
been.
new one. This
looks
is a
like-
new one. Maybe they will try to construct again a house or something.
And what are these? Are these graves as well?
Yes, these are the graves. They were that close to each other. The whole of this territory was covered with graves. So there were hundreds or many thousands of them. Imagine you have 30,000 Jews. They die from natural causes, and imagine how many graves are there on that place. We are standing on the graves. Okay,
Wow.
right now. Let's go.
Okay.